Man, is it good to have Game of Thrones back. What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor and welcome to my channel. Game of Thrones The House of Dragon just had its season premiere over on HBO Max. This is going to be a full spoiler discussion of the episode, what I really liked about it, some things I didn't like about it, and my overall thoughts and predictions for the rest of the season. Let me know your spoiler thoughts down below in the comment section. And what did you think of this first episode of House of Dragon? I had so much anticipation leading into it. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Come back every single Sunday because we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones The House of Dragon extensively. Here's my quick little overall thoughts. I thought it was a very good episode. I thought it laid the groundwork very well from everything that's going to happen later on. Some things were a little bit slow, and I honestly expected that with the first episode, probably the first 3 episodes to be a little bit slower because the world of Game of Thrones is so big. They're going to need some time to kind of lay the groundwork and to find their footing and kind of explain everything that's really happening in this day and age. It's taking place 170 plus years before Daenerys Targaryen, so I like that they incorporated that in a little exposition in the beginning, and it's going to be fully focused on the House of Dragon. I really dug that. Was a little bit slower, my only real gripe with the whole episode, but overall, I was really engaged and I am on board with the show and I cannot wait to see where it goes next. It's going to take me a while to understand and follow everyone's names, but Rhaenyra is seeming like she's going to be at the forefront of the star of this show. She, by the end of the episode, gets named heir to the throne. King Viserys is her father, and like people are like, honestly, almost don't respect him. That's kind of like the vibe that I got. I don't know if you guys thought that as well. I was like, I don't think anyone's really like vibing with this guy and his brother, who is Daemon Targaryen, who honestly, like, he's a jerk, but he was probably my favorite character of the episode. Even called him weak at one point, and like no one really kind of respects him. That's just the vibe that I was getting with King Viserys. His wife goes into labor this episode. It was a brutal scene, I'm not gonna lie to you. The queen dies in childbirth and the son does not make it out alive either. That is why King Viserys named Rhaenyra the heir to his throne, the first ever princess heir to the throne. Like, a queen has never sat on a throne before, as we saw later in actual Game of Thrones time. So I'm excited to see where that storyline goes. I just like the scope and the world that is Game of Thrones. That's what I really dig about this, and I think for like some thoughts and predictions for like the later episodes and later on in the future, that there's going to be a lot of backlash naming Rhaenyra the heir to the throne, because the queen's never sat on a throne. You even saw people when they were bowing down, like pledging their loyalty, that they were kind of hesitant. And I kind of see that that's going to be probably like a factor in the later episodes. And I don't see King Viserys living much longer throughout the show. No real like big character that had like a lot of main focal point died in this episode. I was waiting for some cliffhanger ending, like the things I do for love from the first Game of Thrones episode. I guess that's on me. I can't compare these two too much, but it's kind of hard. It is really kind of hard, but Daemon Targaryen, first off, is a badass, and second off, he was banished in this episode. Like, I really enjoyed this character. He rode off on a dragon with, like, his lady, and these dragons they've had, we've only seen a couple. They're badass. They're awesome, and they are scary looking. And Daemon, in my opinion, is going to be probably one of the main antagonists throughout this entire show. We also got lots of names thrown in there: Baratheon, Stark, all these different names. I wonder if we're going to get any subplots with these other storylines, or if we're solely going to be focused on the House of Dragon. Overall, I enjoyed this episode like a lot, and I'm really excited to see where we go next. As a couple predictions, at least a couple predictions for next week, I think we see lots of backlash for Rhaenyra getting named to the Iron Throne. I think Daemon's going to almost kind of conjure a bigger army. And I think King Viserys might not make it out next week alive. These aren't going to be very long, just kind of short, my thoughts all jumbled into about 5 minutes. What did you guys think of this episode? Let me know that down below in the comment section. I really enjoyed it. I really did. If I had to rate this episode out of 10, I would go a smooth 8 out of 10. I wasn't bored. The beginning was a little bit slow, but once it kind of got to the whole jousting, which we didn't really talk about, they got to the whole tournament and like the mother not making it through alive, and then Daemon kind of going back and forth with King Viserys, I was on board with that. I'm really excited for it. So 8 out of 10 for episode 1. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below in the comments section. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Come back every Sunday because we're going to talk about House of Dragon extensively. I thought it was a solid start. Very excited to keep watching the show. I'll see you guys in the next one.